the peacemaker who stopped a king's rage. Her name, Abigail, 1 Samuel 25. Some battles are fought with swords, but the greatest victories are won with wisdom. This is the story of Abigail, a woman whose calm voice and quick thinking stopped a king's rage and saved hundreds of lives. David was on the run from King Saul, living in the wilderness with 600 loyal men. They weren't bandits. They weren't raiders. In fact, they had been guarding the flocks of a wealthy landowner named Nabal. Not once did David's men steal. Not once did they harm the shepherds. So when the time of sheep shearing came, a time of feasting and generosity, David sent messengers with a simple request. Peace be to you and peace to your house. We have protected your shepherds in the fields. Please give us whatever you have at hand. But Nabal, whose name literally means fool, sneered. He spat back insults. Who is David? Some runaway servant? Why should I take my bread, my meat, and my wine and give it to some nobodies? When David heard this, the words cut deep. His jaw clenched. His voice trembled with fury. Every man strap on his sword. By morning, not one of Nabal's men will be left alive. The desert wind carried the sound of steel being drawn, but someone was listening. Nabal's servants, terrified, ran to his wife, Abigail. Abigail was no ordinary woman. The Bible says she was both beautiful and intelligent, and in that moment, her wisdom would be tested. Without wasting a second, Abigail acted. She ordered servants to load donkeys with bread, skins of wine, roasted grain, cakes of raisins, and freshly prepared sheep. The night was falling fast, but she rode out, alone without telling her husband, into the darkness where an army burned with rage. The sound of marching feet, the glow of torches bouncing against the rocks. David and his men thundered down the path, swords drawn, anger boiling like fire. And then Abigail appeared, a lone figure on a donkey, standing in the path of warriors. She dismounted quickly, bowing low before David in the dust. Her voice was steady but urgent. My lord, let the blame fall on me. Please accept this gift and give it to your men. Do not let anger drive you to bloodshed, for the Lord will surely make you king. When he does, you will not want this guilt on your hands. Her words poured over David's anger like cool water on burning coals. The fire in his eyes dimmed. His grip on his sword loosened. David breathed deeply, and then he said, Praise be to the Lord who sent you to meet me today. You have kept me from doing wrong and shedding blood. Abigail returned home. Nabal was drunk, feasting as if nothing had happened. She waited until morning. When she told him everything, the color drained from his face. His heart failed within him. 10 days later, he was dead. When David heard the news, he remembered the woman who stood in the path of his anger, who spoke with wisdom when swords were ready to strike. And David sent for Abigail and made her his wife. Abigail's story is unusual. She wasn't a warrior. She didn't carry a weapon. Yet her courage, humility, and wisdom saved hundreds of lives, including David's future. She reminds us that the strongest voice in the room is not always the loudest. Sometimes it is the calm voice that chooses peace over revenge. Comment, Lord, make me a peacemaker if you believe wisdom is stronger than anger. Share this with someone who needs to hear Abigail's courage today.